In this video, we can discuss about anti-malarial drugs. Here, we will discuss the definition, classification, mechanism of action, adverse drug reaction and uses of different classes of anti-malarial drugs. So what is meant by anti-malarial drugs? The name indicates itself. These are drugs which are used for the treatment and prevention of malarial infection. So what is malaria? As we know, malaria is a mosquito-borne infectious diseases of human and other animals which are caused by a parasitic protozoan, a group of single-celled microorganisms which are belonging to the genus Plasmodium. An important organism which will cause us malaria are Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium malariae. And this disease is most commonly transmitted by infected female Anopheles mosquitoes only. And the different drugs which are used for the treatment of malaria are artemisinin, primaquine, pyrimethamine, mefloquine, quinine and quinidine. So this is the classification of anti-malarial drugs. It is classified according to their chemical structure, like 4-aminoquinoline like chloroquine and amidoquine and piperaquine, quinoline methanol like mefloquine, acridine like mepraquine, cinchona alkaloid like quinine and quinidine, biconide like proguanil, diaminopyrimidines like pyrimethamine, 8-aminoquinoline like primaquine and dulaquine, sulfonamide and sulfone drugs like sulfadoxins, sulfamethoxypyrazine and dapsone, tetracycline like tetracycline and doxycycline, secusterpine lactones like artesunate, artemether and artether, phenanthrene methanol like halofandrin, lumifandrin and naphthoquinone like atoquan. So these are the classification of anti-malarial drugs. Let's start with the important anti-malarial drug, that is chloroquine, which is usually seen as short note question as a 5-mark question, pharmacology of chloroquine. These chloroquine are effective against the Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale and Plasmodium malariae. It cannot be used for Plasmodium falciparum. Now coming to the mechanism of action, this chloroquine will prevent the conversion of toxic heme to non-toxic hemosin. So what will happen? This toxic heme and its complexes will lyse the membrane and it will lead to the parasitic death. So that is the mechanism of action of chloroquine. This chloroquine will enter into the RBC and it will enter into the acidic food vacuoles of the parasite. So from here, this chloroquine will inhibit the enzyme heme polymerase, which is an enzyme responsible for the conversion of heme, which is highly toxic for malarial parasite, to hemosin, non-toxic to Plasmodium. So by inhibiting this enzyme, hemopolymerase enzyme by chloroquine, quinidine and mefloquine like drugs, it will accumulate the toxic heme in the body. So this toxic heme will lyses the parasitic membrane of malarial causative organism and it will lead to the death of parasites. So that is the mechanism of chloroquine. Now coming to the adverse drug reactions, it may produce different GI symptoms like nausea, vomiting, anorexia and some skin condition like uncontrollable itching and some epigastric pain in GI tree, uneasiness, skin rashes, hypotension and cardiac arrhythmia can be occurred by chloroquine as an adverse drug reaction. Prolonged use of high doses of chloroquine may cause loss of vision due to retinal damage due to accumulation of chloroquine in the retina. Then there is a chance for corneal deposit which may occur and it will affect the vision, but they are reversible on discontinuation, loss of hearing, rashes, photoallergy, mental disturbances. These are the important adverse drug reactions of chloroquine. Now coming to the uses of chloroquine, it is mainly used for the treatment of malaria even during pregnancy. It can be also used for rheumatoid arthritis, photogenic reaction, extra-intestinal amoebiasis, active against Entamoeba histolytica as well as Giardia lamblia. And it is also used as an anti-inflammatory agent, local irritant, local anesthetic agent, which have a smooth muscle relaxing action, antihistaminic action and antiarrhythmic property. It can be also used for the treatment of lepra reaction. Now another important anti-malarial drug is Primaquine. Mechanism of action is not clear. It may by generating active oxygen species or by interfering with the electron transport in the parasite, and it have activity against all plasmodia including Plasmodium falciparum, ovale and malaria, etc. It is mainly used for the treatment of malaria which are caused by Plasmodium vivaxis, and important adverse drug reactions are hemolytic anemia, and this is contraindicated in pregnancy. We cannot use Primaquine in case of pregnant woman for the treatment of malaria. Now another important drug of anti-malarial drug is Mefloquine, which is active against the Plasmodium falciparum as well as Plasmodium vivaxis. It cannot be used for the ovale and malaria, Plasmodium malarial type of malarial reactions. Now mechanism of action, it will produce the same mechanism as that of quinine, or it will accumulate or infect RBC binding with the heme, and its heme toxic complexes will damage the parasitic membrane. Now important adverse drug reactions are, these are bitter in taste, so difficult to administer through the oral route, dizziness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea and abdominal pain, and it will produce as sinus bradycardia and QT prolongation. Now another important anti-malarial drug is quinine and quinidine, which will come under the classification of alkaloid from cinchona bark. We will get two type of alkaloid from cinchona bark, levorotatory quinine as well as dextrorotatory quinine. In this, levorotatory quinine is used for anti-malarial action and dextrorotatory quinidine is used for their antiarrhythmic action. Now mechanism of action is same as that of chloroquine. It will prevent the conversion of toxic heme to non-toxic hemosin. So the free heme and heme quinine complexes will damage the parasitic membrane and it will kill the malarial causative organisms. So this is the mechanism. This hemoglobin will be converted to heme, and this heme is toxic, and this heme is converted to non-toxic hemosin. So the quinine will act at this site, conversion of heme to non-toxic heme will be prevented. So this toxic heme will inhibit the different causative organs of malarial infections. Now coming to the adverse drug reaction, cinchona alkaloids like quinine and quinidine will produce adverse drug reaction which is known as synchonism. It consists of ringing of ear, nausea, vomiting, headache, mental confusion, vertigo, difficulty in hearing and visual defects, diarrhea, flushing are marked which may be appeared, and syndrome will besides completely if drug is stopped. So that is important adverse drug reaction of quinine and quinidine type of cinchona alkaloids for the treatment of malarial infections. High dose or dose dependent reaction include hypoglycemia, hypotension, deafness, visual disturbances. Now quinine and quinidine have different actions on different systems. It is a local irritant as well as anesthetic. It is bitter in taste and it is irritant. Orally, it will cause nausea, vomiting, epigastric discomfort. On injection, it may cause pain, local necrosis in the muscles and thrombosis in the vein. And it may produce some systemic action, like it will increases the gastric acid secretion. Quinine is a weak analgesic antipyretic activity, affect hearing and vision at high dose, which has also have a cardiodepressant, antiarrhythmic and hypotensive action. Quinine will directly decreases the contractile power of skeletal muscle fibers. So these are the actions of quinine and quinidine. Now it is mainly used for the treatment of malarial infection as an antimalarial drugs, and also it is used for the treatment of nocturnal muscle cramp. Now another important antimalarial drug is pyrimethamine, which will act same mechanism as that of the sulfonamide drugs. As we all know, this PABA is converted to folic acid, and this folic acid is converted to dihydrofolic acid by using dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, and dihydrofolic acid is converted to tetrahydrofolic acid by using dihydrofolate reductase. So this pyrimethamine will inhibit both this step. They will prevent the conversion of PABA into tetrahydrofolic acid. So that is the mechanism of action of pyrimethamine. And this pyrimethamine is mainly used in combination with the sulfadoxine in treatment of chloroquine resistant falciparum malaria. Now another antimalarial drug is artemisinin, which is an secusterpin lactone endoperoxide, which is active against the Plasmodium falciparum, resistant to all other antimalarial drugs as well as sensitive strains and other malarial species. And the artemisinin will act by a mechanism. Here, ferrous ion mediated cleavage of bridge released highly reactive free radical species that will bind to membrane protein. So it may lead to lipid peroxidation, and it will produce damage on endoplasmic reticulum, and ultimately it will lyse the parasite. So that is the mechanism of action of artemisinin. Now important adverse drug reactions are nausea, vomiting and abdominal discomfort as gastrointestinal adverse drug reaction, and in heart it may produce some ECG changes, and it is mainly used as a drug of choice for uncomplicated chloroquine resistant Plasmodium falciparum malaria. So that is the use of artemisinin. So that is all about the anti-malarial drugs. Here we have discussed the definition, classification, mechanism of actions of important classes of anti-malarial drugs and its adverse drug reaction and uses. Hope it is clear. Thank you for watching this video.